Oh, hello again. My name is Jin.
And my name's Tonic.
As camera puppets on Poeticon Music, we see all sorts of footage hit the cutting room floor.
Mostly it's Poeticon blankly staring into space.
For trying to read his lines,
Poeticon does all the editing, so he leaves out all the embarrassing bloopers.
but we tied that fool up.
I'm gonna flex and bust out of here.
So, before we get into this month's song, let's take a look at what didn't make the cut this season.
You guys are gonna pay. It's weird in here, or is it just me? Space! Bum bum bum. 3. Blah 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 blah. And new tutorials. New tutorials. Gee, I say that shit. Headphones. I'm keeping it together. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. Yo. Got a trick up your sleeve, do ya?
Your arms back like a vampire.
Sharp teeth. I'll give you a call back. And your mother. Sell out.
Yeah, just give me 30 seconds.
The man is f***ed up.
It's just my knees.
His knees are gimpy. Shit. We forgot about the puppet slap. Alright, let me turn around first.
Give me your fruit cocktail.
Well, I can't. If I did that, I'd have to give it to you every day. I wouldn't get my vitamins.
You get to chat with me. Yeah. That's terrible. It's not all about fighting puppets and talking robots. I crushed my toe. Welcome to Poeticon Music. I am your host, the one and only Poeticon. I'm not an industry professional. I'm a family man with a full-time job, a love for art, and a friend to all pop culture nerds, great and small. I'm here to show you that you don't need an expensive studio to make the music that you love. Every month we create an original song, from instrumental to music video, filmed by the puppets Jin and Tonic. Every week you get a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process behind making music from home. Through collaboration, I have met some of the most talented artists and truly amazing fans. Honestly though, connecting with like-minded people is one of my favorite parts about making this show. So hit that subscribe button, that way we can stay in touch. And if you're enjoying the music, then please also give us a thumbs up. This month's instrumental is a collaboration involving several artists across the globe. First up, out of Oregon, we have the humble guitarist Nick DeAugustine, who played the guitar riffs. Check him out.
Hi, my name is Nick DeAugustine, and I wrote the guitar part for Start Over. It's basically just a 3-note pattern repeating itself over a slower moving 3-note bass line. And it's in the key of D major, I believe. The kind of treble part would be it's between A and D, and then it does kind of a bounce spring from a half step below D back up to D, so that little move there, and it just repeats that. So and then while that's playing, you have the little 3-note bass line going with it. So of tune, but you get the gist. And yeah, a little variation every 4 times, I think, and then I did some rhythmic strumming and harmonics on top of it, and then just a little bit of improv guitar, and yeah, that was it. And then everyone else added their magic, and I was just left in awe. So yeah, that's my humble contribution, and glad to be part of the song. Thanks.
Followed by Nashville musician and singer Jonathan Simmons, rounded out by the legendary Tyrannos, hailing from Russia.
So, how do you get so many artists involved every month?
I mean, there's tons of local artists around here, but online I have a global community of talent that I could work with.
Hit record?
What can I say? Hit Record's my family. I've learned more collaborating with Hit Record than I have with any local artist in my hometown.
Or to show our appreciation somehow.
Oh, I plan to. But what better way to show your appreciation than by making beautiful music together? I've got an idea for a song,
But you want time to analyze it to death till you find another song you're more excited about.
Ultimately resulting in you chasing an idea until someone bitch slaps you into action.
bitch slap. Ow! Oh, word. True.
Want to listen to the instrumental?
Yeah. Let's listen. The first question I always ask myself is how the song feels, because that's why people connect to music. The simplicity of it is great. It opens up a lot of avenues for creativity with songwriting. You may have noticed by now that I tend to favor songs that build up to a high point. So I really love that the beat drops midway through and continues to build throughout the song. If we time it well, the lyrics can have a lot of power at those peaks. The song has a runtime of about 2.5 minutes, which is pretty short. But it's the last song in the EP, and it feels like an outro, which suits me just fine. Like any song, the arrangement is really up to the writer and their imagination. At the opening of the song, Nick's guitar riff plays for 16 bars. We could do a number of things here, but I'd like to divide it into 8 bars for a verse and 8 bars for a hook. There are a total of 40 bars in this song. In fact, I could arrange the entire song into 8-bar chunks. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make this into a tiny, compact song with a memorable hook that will encourage the listener to play the song again.
Aw, you say that every month.
Yeah, but that's because hooks are important. It's the first part of the song that anybody ever tries to memorize or ever sings along to.
So it takes their attention and grabs it by the bollocks.
Of course, some songs are practically made for hooks. You remember the Thong Song by Cisco? That song has 1 verse, 1 bridge, and a hook, repeated 3 times.
Sounds like lazy songwriting to me.
Hey, you can call it what you want, but that song was a hit. I don't care for it myself, but you can't deny how many records it sold around the world.
So true, so true. How right you are.
Ready to break this thing down?
Yeah, let's do it.
Verse 1 is going to be short and sweet. Here's where we introduce the thesis of our song. Hook number 1 can be tricky. The instrumental hasn't changed at all at this point, so the vocals really have to stand out. I have an idea of who I'll call for this, and my fingers are very tightly crossed that she'll be available. Verse number 2 should not only continue the thesis, but also complete the thought that we started in verse 1. There are 16 bars left now, so let's end this with a bridge and a hook combination. Counting all the bars gives us a blueprint, but now it's up to us to fill these concepts with lyrics.
But sadly, that's all the time we've got for today, folks. Come back next week when we get into writing the lyrics for this instrumental. This is a great opportunity to pull more artists into the mix. Now, as I said before, I have one person in mind and a couple of others, but I gotta check with their schedule first. All of this has to come together quickly, because May is the last month of Poeticon music for Season 1. With the completion of our first season comes the first EP on Friday, June the 7th. And just like I promised, Here's a sneak preview of the album cover. The artwork was commissioned by Adam Alvarado, who you will find linked in the description below. Not only is he an amazing artist, but he's also my brother. When I asked him to do the artwork, he simply asked for the track names and the descriptions and came back with some incredible concepts. We chose this one because of how quickly it grabs your attention and describes the feeling of the music. I'm so freaking pumped about releasing this EP. Will I sell even 100 copies? Who knows? But you know what? I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because there's always a song in my head. And maybe somebody out there was waiting for me to sing it. So I'm gonna close this month with all the heart that I've got. I am so proud that you are riding with me. I couldn't ask for better fans, friends, or family. Find me on Instagram at Poeticon Music. Poet Icon Music. And if you really enjoyed the music and the show today, give us a thumbs up. One thing that would help us a ton is if you would share this episode or any episode of Poeticon Music on your favorite social networks, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching. I will see you next week.
I couldn't explain it better. I just kept driving on. Was just a human being chasing my ambitions. Was better to let them out and vent the frustrations. That was the final straw. I couldn't bear to take another. I sacrificed my life. I should have run for cover. And every tear I shed was wasted in a vain mission.
If you love Poeticon Music, hit subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the action.
Let me hear it go down on that. Come here, Matt.
If you love Poeticon Music, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of the action.